Hello, minasan. It's Hisako. I hope you're having a great day as usual. We do have a little bit of a thunderstorm going on in the background, so please excuse any thundering you may hear. I think it's kind of quieted down a bit now, but it may still be going on a little bit. But today I wanted to do a short video to actually talk about a dance performance that actually is a big part of geisha culture in Kyoto, and a little bit about what my kitsuke is inspired by, or my kimono look. It's the Miyako Odori. So the Miyako Odori is a mouthful. I always mess that up. The Miyako Odori takes place in April in Kyoto at the theater that is in Gion Kobu. It's a very, very old theater. I think they recently renovated it, I believe, and kind of fixed some things in it. So there's a lot of parts of it that have been redone. But it is a very old theater, and traditionally where they would have the Miyako Odori. And it's a dance performance that has a lot of the maiko and geisha from the Gion district specifically that come there to perform in this performance. I think it's been going on since like 1875, I believe. It's been going on for a very long time. It was actually started by the mayor of Kyoto at that time to kind of renew interest in tourism in Kyoto after a few years prior. Tokyo had become the new capital, so Kyoto was no longer the capital of Japan. So to try and get more tourists interested, especially in the geisha of Kyoto, which is what Kyoto is partly known for, they created the Miyako Odori. So it's a really cool dance performance. I've seen lots of videos online. Unfortunately, I have never attended, but I hope to one day. I think it'd be just so cool. It's one of my bucket list items. But there's just so many cool parts of that performance, and I'm not quite sure of what the performance is exactly about or what the stories are. I think they're supposed to be stories of old Japan, I believe, since it is a very old traditional performance. But one of the things that's really cool about the performance that I've always admired from photos and videos I've seen is the very special kimono that maiko wear for the Miyako Odori. So these are very special kimono that are only worn by the maiko and only during that performance. So you will not see them in that particular look outside of the Miyako Odori. But I actually recently had found a kimono that kind of reminded me a little bit of those kimono that they have, and I wanted to do a look that was geisha but inspired by the Miyako Odori look. It's a very pretty deep turquoise colored kimono that they wear that has all these different ornate patterns on it. I do know the patterns at the bottom, where there's like cherry blossoms on top and then more of a different look on the bottom. I think that changes every year depending on the theme, I believe. It's not always the same one. They have different patterns they come out with. And same thing with the obi. The patterns on that change as well. But traditionally, it's this like bright turquoise colored kimono that has all these very colorful different patterns and designs. There's a bright red obi with lots of colorful designs of like, I think like gold and green and blue and yellow throughout it. That's tied in a special bow or musubi. They also have the light blue obijime that they do with it that I think is also tied in a bow as well in the front. They also have all the pink cherry blossoms in their hair, which is to symbolize spring, as it is a spring performance that takes place in April. So it's just a really cool, iconic geisha kimono look that I've always adored. It's one of my top favorite ones next to the very formal looks that you would do for hasaku or erikai, that like black kimono that I've talked about in previous videos. Another favorite look I really like. But I wanted to show you a little bit about my kitsuke that I did and my geisha inspired look for it. So bear with me. But this is a kimono I found on Etsy, super pretty, has lots of colorful patterns on it. As soon as I saw this kimono, it immediately reminded me of a very similar look to what the maiko wear from Miyako Odori. So I wanted to do a kitsuke kind of modeled after that. I've got my otaiko musubi in the back, but very, very pretty and elegant. I did the light blue obijime, and because I am not a maiko, I do geisha. I don't have all the cherry blossoms, but I did do a cherry blossom maizashi, as well as a carved kushi comb that's like a yellow color. And then I've got my little red tamakanzashi back here. But I also have my cherry blossom branch to go with this as well. This is a big part of the performance you'll see as well. They have like a different kind of props they use, But one of them is like this cherry blossom branch that they do a dance with and stuff, which I don't know the dances, unfortunately. But I would really love to have a chance to go see one day. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about my Miyako Odori inspired kitsuke today, since this was one of my favorite kimono I've ever found. I was so excited to find this one. So definitely a favorite part of my collection, which seems to never stop growing, unfortunately. It's like an addiction. Once you buy one, you just can't stop. You'll just keep buying more. Don't get into it. But anyway, if you have any comments or questions, please let me know below and I will answer them. Alright guys, take care and enjoy the rest of your day. Arigatou gozaimashita. Take care.